Yesterday, September 24th, there was a shooting at a ICE facility where 3 individuals were shot. And then shortly after, down there immediately after, a Fox News host named Jesse Waters came out and made statements that, from my own perspective, appear to be an attempt at incitement of political violence. There is current gathering of the UN General Assembly taking place in New York, here in the United States. And yesterday, after that shooting, Jesse Waters from Fox News stated publicly that he thinks that the United Nations should be bombed. This gathering, the UN is currently occupied. There are people in the building. Foreign dignitaries visiting the United States for the United Nations General Assembly. And Jesse Waters, on TV, went and stated that he thinks that the UN should be bombed. And I mean, especially since it's taking place in New York, I mean, from my own perspective, I perceive that as not only Jesse Waters is, trying to endorse an act of violence against multiple nations, since this is the General Assembly of the UN, but I also feel like he is trying to incite violence against the United States, acts of aggression against the United States, because this is also in New York. So I'm very angry at what I'm seeing. He also did something similar to this immediately after the Charlie Kirk shooting. So I find it very interesting that this Fox News host named Jesse Waters keeps making these inflammatory statements right after shootings. And I'm also very confused about the fact that we keep having shootings and he keeps saying shit like that. I'm wondering why he's doing that and who is telling him to do that. And since Rupert Murdoch is in charge of Fox, I think that he needs to be criminally investigated, since there's also another employee there that is inciting this kind of violence, from my own perspective, named Bryant Kilmeade, who recently made statements about shooting homeless people in the United States, which resulted in a terrorist attack against unhoused persons. That was right after the Charlie Kirk shooting. So I find it incredibly suspicious that there are Fox News employees attempting to incite violence, especially something like bombing the UN. I'm a political commentator. I'm just expressing my thoughts and my opinions based on my observations, and these are the things that I'm seeing. And I think that Jesse Waters and Rupert Murdoch and Brian Kilmeade all need to be under criminal investigation for making these kinds of statements on public air, which, they're violating FCC regulations in regards to ethics and reporting. But other than that, why are they making these kinds of statements? Why is Jesse Waters, a Fox News host, essentially saying that the United States should be bombed? Because that's what happened. It is. And here's Jesse Waters making statements about bombing the UN. His words, not mine.
What we need to do is either leave the UN or we need to bomb it. It is in New York, though, right?
Yeah,
there could be some fallout there.
Yeah.
All right.
What's going on with the escalator? What do you think?
Yeah, they sabotaged them.
Yeah.
And they could have hurt the First Lady.
Yeah.
Trump would have fallen and he would have gotten back up. But,
they would have blamed it on his rhetoric.
And then they sabotaged the teleprompter.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an insurrection. And what we need to do is either leave the UN or we need to bomb it. It is in New York, though, right?
Yeah,
there could be some fallout there.
Yeah.
All right.
And this is Jesse Waters immediately after the Charlie Kirk shooting.
What's happening? We got trans shooters. We got riots in LA. They are at war with us. Whether we want to accept it or not, they are at war with us. And what are we going to do about it? How much political violence are we going to tolerate? And that's the question we're just going to have to ask ourselves. Now, Charlie would want us to put as much pressure on these people as possible. Dana nailed it. This is unacceptable and has to stop. And it has to stop now. And everybody's accountable. And we're watching what they're saying on television and who's saying what. The politicians, the media, and all these rats out there. This can never...
Takes one to know one.